Good morning, grade 8. Hi, how are you all? Hope you all are fine, right? Hi, this is Anindita Sarkar, your new English teacher for your term 2, and I hope you all are doing well. As for me, I'm pretty okay, I'm doing good. So, you have known my name, and I'm basically from Kolkata, okay? So hope to meet you all soon, and hope we all will overcome this situation also quite soon. And that's all for me. And hope you will enjoy studying, and we both will go get to know each other well. And I know you will be missing your old teacher, your previous teacher, and that's quite obvious. If I would have been in your place, I would have done the same thing. So, nevertheless, I will try to reach up to your expectation, and I guess I will be able to successfully reach up to your expectation, right? So, okay, without any further delay, today I will be trying to introduce to you uh, a special story by HPS Aluwalia, and this is the story of HPS Aluwalia himself, and he himself has narrated the story. And the name of the story is The Summit Within. Okay, and the screen that we can see, he himself is HPS Aluwalia. So you might be having an inquiry about the full name of HPS Aluwalia. So to talk about the author in a brief manner, HPS Ahluwalia was Major Hari Pal Singh Ahluwalia, who was an Indian mountaineer, author, social worker, and retired Indian Army officer. So he was a retired Indian Army officer and a mountaineer. And we all know that to be a mountaineer, we all require such a great zeal in order to become a mountaineer, right? So he was born in the year 1936 on 6th November, right? So I probably guess today is 6th November of 2020, and I'm making the video. I guess you will be seeing the video on Monday. So, okay, we are celebrating his birthday today. On 29th of May 1965, Ahluwalia made it to the summit of Mount Everest. So we will know about him in a short while, and the story also in a short while. And we will see that in the year 1965, he had reached to the topmost level of Mount Everest, and that is known as the summit. So he had been to the topmost level of Mount Everest, and how he succeeded, how the experience was to reach to that level. We are going to view his entire experience through this particular chapter. That is The Summit Within, which has been written by HPS Ahluwalia, right? So we are done more or less with knowing the author and the writer. Now, as a general way, I will be asking you few normal questions. So as you can see in the screen, I will be asking you some general questions, and let's see what are the questions. Has mountain climbing ever been in your bucket list? Your bucket list, I mean to say that in your wish list, have you ever tried or have you ever wished to have this passion of climbing mountains? So, this is the question that I'm throwing right in front of you. You might answer, and I'll take your answer one by one. And after that, I also will be sharing my point of view with you all. So my first question is, you might answer, has mountain climbing ever been your wish list or in your bucket list? The second question for you all is, how do you see mountain climbing in your life? That is, what is the motive behind mountain climbing? I want to know what is the motive behind mountain climbing. The third question for you is, which mountain range attracts you the most? which mountain range attracts you the most? So the first of all is, since we are going to study about mountain climbing in the entire story, and slowly, steadily we'll also come to know how this mountain climbing will also help you to reach the highest level in your life, and how delicately it will help you to face, how bold it will make you to face the daily traumas of your life to reach the summit of your life. This entire story is going to help you. So, the first thing, have you ever thought of mountain climbing? How or in what view do you see mountain climbing in your life? And the third question is, uh, we all have a choice, right, of which range or which mountain attracts us the most, and which places attracts us the most. So, among all these things, which mountain range attracts you the most? To answer all these questions from my point of view, since right now we are interacting, but this interaction is not that audible to me. I'm not going to get all the answers to me. So, in that case, I will be sharing my point of view with you all, how I look up to this mountain climbing, how I see this mountain climbing and all. Let's see. For me, yes, it has always been in my wish list. It has always been. So the first question answer is yes. It has always been important for me, and it has always been in my bucket list, my wish list. The second is, how do I see mountain climbing, right? In what genre do I fit in mountain climbing is, um, for me, mountain climbing is an activity which is very adventurous, which is very thrilling, and I have always looked up to it as a challenge. And furthermore, a person who decides to climb a mountain has already accomplished and overcome all fear for me, because that huge range of mountain, and to climb it, you need lots and lots and lots of courage. So I feel that you need to be having that adventurous thing inside you, that thrilling thing inside you. And once you decide to climb a mountain, half of your work is done, I guess. Because in order to take up that challenge, I feel that is the most important challenge anybody can take. So it has always been a kind of challenge for me, which I always look forward. But sorry, I have never done this mountain climbing yet. So the next answer is, mountain itself as a whole attracts me a lot. So for me, any mountain range is good for me. And like, I love, it's not only Mount Everest. I love places which is filled with mountains, mountain ranges. I love them. More than ocean, I guess I love mountains. So even though I have not tried to come out as a better person in this mountain climbing or not, but even then, so for me, any mountain range is good. And those who have tried it, I feel, and via the writings that they have written all along, I feel that they have become a better person accomplishing and going through this experience of mountain climbing. People take up this challenge of mountain climbing to set new records and to break the old ones. You know, once you are about to climb a mountain, it's such kind of a thing that as if you have set out a new goal, which you have never done. Of course, if we ever take mountain climbing, it will be kind of a new experience, new thrilling thing for us, which we have never done before. And we are going to break out our olden set goals, right? So we need to go far abroad than what is already set. And yeah, we are totally a changed person then. And yes, mountain climbing involves thrill, as I have already said, and poses a lot of challenges. My goodness, to climb up that thing. At times, we all have heard how they face the hurdles, even the rocks slips down, and I too feel, and once we get into the story, you will understand that mountain climbing is not about only yourself. It's a group activity. It's not an individual activity. So you alone cannot climb it. You need to have a whole gang, a whole group along with you to back you up. So I guess that is the most interesting thing. Uh, we get to learn group activity. You come out of this challenge of being selfish, monotonous, and boredom. We come out of being a life where we have all this monotony, boring, and everything. Like the period that we are having right now, yes, we will come out of it. And moreover, I feel everything is such a thrilling thing here, right? So I feel this to be the most important challenge. Uh, let's get to see the next thing that we have. Okay, so uh, in order to get into the context of the story, in the lesson The Summit Within by H.P.S. Ahluwalia, the author has actually talked about the experience of climbing the world's highest summit, that is Mount Everest. He further tells the reader how the physical conquest changes one on a personal level and on a spiritual level, as I was telling you, right? So, mountain climbing is not only about uh, your physical conquest, like you break through all the physical hurdles, your physical challenges that you have, and you are totally a person who is changed as a physical way, as a personal level, and also in a spiritual level. Altogether you are totally a new person. Altogether you are totally a new person. So that's what we get to see in the story, even how we are altogether a new person. Okay, so this is all about the story that we are going to see. In this story you will find lots of mountain uh, talks about mountains, hills, and everything. How people struggle to climb the mountain, what odds and what odd phases they had come through while reaching the summit, and what are the benefits that they have arranged for themselves, and how they have overcome all the ordeals, all the odds, and finally they were successful in achieving the final entry on the summit of the Mount Everest. Yes. So the story The Summit Within revolves around how climbing the summit makes one experience physically, emotionally, and spiritually enthralled and fulfilled. So you are both physically, emotionally, spiritually, and as on a personal level, you are totally a new person, and you are totally filled with all the enthusiasm, all the enthusiastic things that you have within yourself. The author will further tell you and make you realize that climbing the internal summit is a further struggle than climbing the summit of a mountain. And the author discovers one can get fuller knowledge of oneself. Once you climb the mountain, you are totally a changed person, and it will help you in order to climb the summit of your life also. You are totally a changed person altogether. It will help you to climb the summit of your life also. Yes. So finally, to talk in a nutshell about the story, which we are going to talk about in the next class, that is in the next session we are going to talk about. To talk in a nutshell, the climber gets the inspiration to face life's problems with all determination once you have achieved rising to the summit of the mountain. Once you reach to the topmost level of the mountain, you also get the zeal in order to reach the topmost level of your life as well, right? So the points that we all should remember here, as climbing the summit of the mountain requires your endurance, persistence, and all your willpower. It requires great zeal. A person with low mindset cannot achieve anything in life also, and while climbing the mountain also. So that's what I needed to talk about in this session. So we will see you.